And we're back live at NAMSS 2025. And the interviews have been going so good, Nyleen.
So amazing.
So, and the people that we are getting.
Unbelievable.
I mean, are you just enjoying?
It's been
Hold on, let me
absolutely
put my
life
mouth
changing.
there really quick. Okay, well, Hellstream.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Have y'all heard of Hellstream?
Yeah.
They have stepped into the pink tent.
Oh my goodness.
And we have some stuff that we want to talk about. I think
Yes.
so, right?
Oh my goodness.
Tell us our next guest.
So we have the most amazing guest.
So
I
excited.
heard she is the best CMO. Oh, I don't know if Dr. Vargas is gonna.
Here, yeah,
He
Victor was pretty. Here's a
Dr.
great
Vargas
yeah,
is number one.
yes.
Okay, but it's okay. She could be number one too because she's our first female.
Yes.
That's right. Representing.
Yes, and that's
Representing
exactly right.
Dr. Divya Shroff here with us.
And Divya Shroff, welcome to Credentialing Chronicles.
Yes, and thank you for reaching out to us. So we want to talk to you a little bit about spilling the tea, but also how you as a CMO learned about MSPs, and we heard you have an amazing story to tell. So I'm going to pass the mic to you, and please share and tell us a little bit about you.
And don't leave out the juicy details.
Yes, juicy details.
Dr. Sweet, give us it all, okay?
Well, thank you, ladies, for having me. Victor, if you're watching this or listening to this, I mean, I think I am their favorite. But, I mean, they may just tell you something.
We have to tag it.
Yeah.
We're going to have
mean, I've got the female energy, I got the sparkle
in your
sparkles.
Yeah. So, well,
and he didn't come. I know he
And
had
he
other
didn't
engagement.
come. He left us hanging.
I know.
It's
So we
okay.
want to find a new CMO love.
Okay.
Well, thank you, first of all, for welcoming me. I am a virgin to NAMSS.
Okay.
So thank you
Welcome.
for welcoming me.
We didn't have your first time attending that.
But I will say, so when I was a baby CMO, I was a CMO for 10 years for a company that is kind of small. It's called HCA.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never. Girl, she's name dropping. No, never. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God. Who are they?
Little company was founded in Nashville. I happened to take on the role of being the CMO for the flagship, which is where it all started. And I was a baby CMO, and I walk in. I'd already interviewed, gotten the job. Whole reason why, side story, I was getting married to my now husband, and so I wanted to get off the road from major corporate, and I wanted to grow.
Right.
Walk into the job. My CEO says to me that, well, welcome to being a CMO, Divya. And guess what? I let the MSO director go 3 weeks ago. So, in addition to you learning all there is to being a CMO, you are also now the acting MSO director. What? And the credentialing specialist teams, which these are all terms I will tell you not. You were not taught that in medical school.
No.
You're not taught that in residency. My kids would refer to anything credentialing as the stinking paperwork that mommy has to do.
that she's actually talking about how stinky it is and she's filling it out, right?
Yeah. You know, right? I mean, like your first job, you're like, okay,
yeah.
I guess I got to do this. You don't know that, like, right? Because I practiced.
I love it. So honest, so honest.
But so she says it to me, and I walk into this room. I say, I mean, you don't go to CMO school,
No.
right? So all you
CMO training camp.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Be so much
We
fun.
can do obstacle courses.
Let's go.
Yes.
Vargas versus
that's our
me.
next
I'm
event.
Vargas.
Yes.
I think
Vargas versus Shroff.
We think braiding hair, I might win. Here's a little teaser.
That's so
Just
true.
FYI.
But he might beat me from the military perspective.
That's true. That's true.
But I and seriously, it's like I don't think I understood. You know, okay, yes, it's paperwork, but like what the importance of that paperwork? It was hands-on training that it took me a couple of years. I was very fortunate. The first MSO director I hired, she is now the head of credentialing for all of HCA. And I'm so proud to have been part of her professional journey.
Great.
But she trained me. And when I was pregnant with my first, which I ended up on bed rest, because why wouldn't every doctor have every medical problem that we all talk
Because
about?
it sounded like you didn't have anything else to do while you were having a baby. You were just relaxing, right?
But she would come to my bedside and we would talk, about the work.
About work, yeah.
And I will say this, like thanks to her, Keisha, she gets a shout out because she's amazing. she really taught me that, and I say this all the time, the MSO is my right hand. And how many of us can function, even if you're left-handed, you can't function without a right hand. And then quality is your left hand. And if you don't have those two, you can't do, no matter what we say, it doesn't matter about being CMO, it doesn't matter who you are, front door, entry level at the hospital. If we want to say that anybody in the community that we serve, that you're going to get good care here, you can't do it without those two. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think, but I will say it's not talked about enough. Not in the C-suite, and not even I think the physicians. And so I am proud that my now current president of medical staff, who I'm not CMO now because I'm with this amazing company, HealthStream. He called me the other day. He's like, "Can I talk to you like my CMO?" I'm like, "Mike, I'm not your CMO." But he's like, "I love that." But he was like, "Divya," like he was asking questions because I hope that there was an era where I was like, these guys are born. You need to treat them with respect. I'm talking about the leaders, right? Like, because if the leaders in the medical staff, the president of the staff, they don't value the work, then the physicians below, right? And I had 2,000 medical staff, providers. But like, if they didn't realize when Keisha or Janet or Alex is calling, it's going to affect your livelihood, guys. It's going to affect patient care. And so that to me, I say, I thank God for the most amazing MSO leaders I worked with because they really taught me and then allowed me to carry on the torch. But we got close enough too, where I was the first CMO in all of HCA to have a baby. Of course you were. The only one to do it twice. Yeah. And my at NAMSS, my MSO, one of my former MSO directors, and she was like, "Do you remember when we would have meetings and you'd be pumping in the office?" And I would always ask first, "Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with this?" Yeah. But so many MSO are women, and they get it, right? These are women who
we
also
are
gave me
women.
advice about how to be a good mom, juggling, it's real.
Yes.
These are the people.
Yes. So something that I do want to bring up as a physician, how can we work together and collaborate, or do you think that NAMSS should be the place where physicians come to get trained?
I'm not going to lie. That is one thing. So HealthStream was really like, they said, we want you to come. And I was like, okay, well, how many docs are going to be here? And it's been very
You're the only
interesting.
one.
Well, they said there's 27.
There's a couple.
They actually told us there's 27 physicians
But here's
this year.
what I'll say.
That's more than ever before, right?
But I went to just a talk that was co-led by a CMO and our MSO director. And I think I'd say a couple things. I think, first of all, for the MS professional, the medical staff professionals, if you're not getting time with your CMO, you got to push yourself in the door and you got to make them realize how important your work is to their success. And it's unfortunate that, again, there's no CMO school, right? And you're going to have different types of CMOs and different type of leaders. I think if you can make that connection, then you're on the path for them saying, hey, I want to learn your role. Because even though I'm here today as a first timer, I've known about NAMSS for years because it was important for me to support the financing that whether my MSPs could get to NAMSS or get to TAMS because it was in Tennessee, right? This is like me going to my internal medicine conference,
Yes.
right? But but if you don't have that bond to say I'm invested in you, in your work, you're not going to do that. And so I think that first, it's got to be a human relationship, right? Then I think NAMSS, should they start to say, hey, do we have more physician speakers speaking to both groups? Because it shouldn't be docs just talking to docs, right? It should be docs. How do we cross it?
Yeah, it should be something like the MSO versus CMO.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, or the MSP saying, "Hey, docs, this is what I need from you." Or, I mean, it needs to be both. It needs to be a dual component.
Yes, it does.
Because I think if you make it very siloed, we get into the same rut again and again.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
People need to talk to people.
some
We need
type
to
of innovation,
understand each other's roles.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest thing is the that you were able to articulate so beautifully is really the fostering of that MSP relationship with the CMO, and it's something that it just keeps coming up, right? I mean, every time it just keeps.
Yes, and I think that the bridges are starting to cross, and I think that that's really amazing. And I can tell you that I will bring this back to NAMSS as actual feedback. You know, I have months, I'm very involved with NAMSS. So we're definitely, this is something we need to bring light to.
Yeah, Nadine's passionate about it.
I'm very
Getting
passionate.
CMOs here.
So I've been to sessions.
Yes.
I can't get CME. It's fine. I'm here to learn.
But it would help.
But
Yeah.
but that's a little
Interesting.
thing,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
why not make it so it's like, hey, come spend. Here's another one, right? Like I was fortunate. The average lifespan of CMO 3 to 5 years.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
But what's the average lifespan in current days of a medical staff professional? I mean, I went through a few in my time. So you've got to find the right marriage and the right energy at where you're both at the same, and you're not going to ever be in the same point of journey. You might get a tenured CMO and a brand new MSP or MS director or whatever, you know, like, so it's
the vibe.
But here's a way to say it. Is this a place where you're outside of the day-to-day fire, craziness, where if you and I work together, this is our time to bond. What do I get to know about you? You get to know about me. Where do we have like a little bit more? So when we're dealing with the crazy stuff, the potential fair hearing, the, you know, all
Right.
that it's the long hours. Like, hey, can you work longer? You know, we got to talk after hours. If we have that human connection, which a place like NAMSS could foster, right? It's like when do you stop from being coworkers to family, right?
Yeah.
Well, and in this profession, that's one of the things we have. You know, a lot of people have been going anonymous today, and one of our anonymous people came in and said, "I just want to say that all organizations should be required to pay for their people to come to NAMSS."
Right, but that's an investment. But you also, and when budgets are tight,
That's
if you don't have it, if you don't have an advocate to say this is a non-negotiable,
And I'll tell you, 70% of the MSPs do not have an advocate.
I agree, right? But so there's two parts, right?
Well, I think that we really touched on a lot of things today that are just amazing. I'd love to see if maybe we can get you on for a full episode. I think we have so much to talk about. What do you think, Nyleen?
Absolutely. I think we need to touch base back, and, you know, invite you to have a full episode and get a little bit more deeper into all of these topics. But thank you so much for stopping by today and helping
It's a pleasure.
It's amazing.
I love the energy.
Thank you.
Amazing
Thank you.
information.
And we appreciate
Our question is, did you have fun?
I had a blast.
that's
I just want to know is if we do obstacle course next year, is there going to be a little rigging to make sure I beat Marcus?
100%. We got you. We got you. You get a 15-minute lead. Okay, we got you. That was awesome. That was a great question. All right. Well, thank you so much.
you,
I
ladies.
pursued the NAMSS 2025, and we're so excited to have you on our show today. 5-minute interviews. Excited.
Thank you.